welcome to this moment that we're sharing together. Breathing in, breathing out. Just give yourself time to arrive. Maybe you heard your WhatsApp alarm go off and it's like, oh my God, it's starting, I gotta go. Or you're listening to this recording. Just check in with where you are at the moment, whether maybe you feel anxious or you feel sleepy. Welcome that, honor that. Imagine your arms open wide and saying, my beloved, come, sit down beside me. Giving a human example right there. Oh, my beloved. My good friend, Christian Masters said, everything difficult is easier when you're holding a friend's hand. And whether somebody's sitting beside you, or whether it's through an email, a telephone call, it can have the same vibe. I have to say I do like being beside people, but sometimes it's not worth the strain on the body for, driving 2 hours in horrible traffic. And then when you get there, it's like, oh, this is worth it. When you're in the traffic, it's like, never again. And this is all to come back to this moment. How are you now? How are you arriving now? Are you arriving being able to accompany yourself? Feeling loved, feeling connected to yourself. And in particular, if you feel disconnected or discombobulated, come back to this settled sense in your body. This sense that you're supported by the earth. You feel even if you're lying down, you're feeling the bed or the hammock, as some people feel, on the back of our legs, supporting our back, holding us, loving us. So we can shower ourselves with love. I think we can feel the love that we're receiving around us, everywhere. So come back to showering ourselves with love, and then feel the love that we're receiving from the earth. At least that's how I interpret it. Of course, then when there's an earthquake, it's like, what? Where are you going? And even then, it stops, and she is quiet again for a while. So make a connection with loving yourself, and if that's hard, notice the earth holding you, supporting you. Imagine no one's listening to this as they're free-falling with no parachute. And the good news is that even if you were free-falling with no parachute, there's no ground. This illusion of the earth being there is actually, it's shifting. It's shifting all the time. It's changing all the time. Even something as solid like the earth. So if you're more aware of how I don't like how things are changing and shifting, come back to, in this moment, I feel supported. In this moment, I haven't jumped out of an airplane without a parachute, although it feels like that sometimes. That sense of free falling. Keep coming back to holding yourself, loving yourself unconditionally, and then feeling it from our surroundings, the support. If you have a house, I think many of us do, feeling the roof over our head, the warmth if our heat is working, if we need heat. if our air conditioner's working if you're in Taiwan. Just hold yourself with that support and feel the support around you. And then reach out a little bit further so we're extending our sense of being loved from ourselves, from our surroundings, to friends that we might have. Maybe we have family that we get along with. If we're lucky, many of us don't. But find somebody you do get along with. If you have no one else, you can use me. You get along with me. You're listening to this recording. You're in our little community here, our beloved community. And let that love from that community fill you, your friends, your possible family, or whatever it is that you feel supported by. There's sort of lots of stories about, well, they should be supporting me, but they're not. Or this person, I thought they were my friend, but now they're an asshole. Try to let all that go right now. That doesn't matter. What we're focusing on now is like, oh yeah, that one person that I am so surprised that they're here for me when everybody else fell away. My cat, maybe. My cat purrs when I walk into the room and seems to know when I'm upset. Let yourself be showered by others. Maybe we can't shower ourselves this morning. We can stand in the shower of other people's love. Because sometimes we feel parched and dry and unable to access our own sense of love and self-worth. Access it in your mind, in your body, what it feels like to be in that person's presence, to be loved by them. Now, if you extend that sense of, first of all, being loved being loved by yourself, being showered by your own love, being loved by the earth, by the air, by the oxygen that supports our life, loved by distant friends that are maybe on the other side of the world, even though you may not see them every 10 years or so, feeling their love. And then reaching out further to the neutral people, that person that hands you a cup of coffee at Starbucks and smiles, or whatever your version of neutral people is when you're walking the dog. The people with those yippy little dogs, imagine them loving you. Imagine them walking by you and sending you love whether you know it or not. Maybe they're on this call whether you know it or not. Working on sending you love and you're their neutral person. So feel it. Turn into the love channel right now. Feel it from people you don't even know. And let yourself be bathed in that. Now, as you would guess, we're extending out to those difficult people, those people at work that we define as assholes. Can you imagine how difficult? Okay, now that's compassion for them. Who wants to be defined as asshole, even if they are? So imagine that unbeknownst to you, you are their number 3 person. You are the person that triggers them. And they're really working on sending you loving kindness meditation. Isn't that a great thought? We make up stories all the time. So, yeah. So, why not make up good ones? So, welcome yourself to this moment. Shower yourself with love. And then imagine that people that drive us crazy are actually sending us love too. Wouldn't that be amazing? And then we can offer our practice to all beings who we can imagine they're sending us love. May all beings benefit from our practice, experiencing being loved and tuning into the love channel, being loved by others. Thank you.